Just takes a few minutes and we're live. Great. Here we are. We got some volume. Awesome. Well, good morning and welcome back to another WCN Live here at the Wilson County News. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and today my guest is...
I'm Megan Sparks with Harmony Care of Floresville.
Well, so glad to have you, Megan.
Thank you for having me.
Joining us today. Really appreciate this sit down, and I'm already learning so much and being reminded of things that I should have known. But anyway, before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsor. Today we're sponsored by White Lightning Liquor. They are located at Centerpoint on FM 775 on your way to Lavernia. You can check them out for all their your adult beverage needs and wants. It's a great place to visit. And Jerry, we thank you so much for your sponsorship. So they are our sponsor today, and I'm not sure if I tagged them in the description. I'll have to go back and do that. I did tag Harmony Care, so y'all are tagged today in the description, and we'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. Let me remind all of you as you join us live to please post a comment. You can give us a thumbs up or you can ask a question, as simple as that, and we will try our best to answer those as we go along. But posting a comment will get your name into our drawing for next week. So with that said, I have some names from last week's conversation. If you could draw me a winner.
Sure. There we go.
Thank you. Great. And our winner is Denise Jimenez. Congratulations, Denise. I'll be reaching out to you on Facebook Messenger later, unless you happen to see this and I catch you in the comments. But you will win a C Street gift shop goodie bag, so we'll get that to you. Well, great. And good morning to Joshua. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. All right. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Good morning, Jessica. Glad to have you. Let me just share this real quick to my page. I'll go back and put a description later. Okay. So with that said, Megan, introduce us to who you are.
So I'm Megan Sparks. I'm from Harmony Care of Floresville. We are your local skilled nursing home for all your short-term and long-term care needs right here in Floresville. We're located by the Pecan Valley Park, so very convenient to get to. We work a lot with Conley to help place patients, and we also have a secure unit so we can help with memory care patients as well.
Wow. Yeah, I know you do a lot there, and just to help people, those of us who've been here forever, but you changed the name to Harmony Care. It used to be...
It was previously Floresville Residence and Rehab. I think prior to that, if you want to go way back, we were Floresville Nursing Center. Same great care, same wonderful staff. We have some staff members that have been there for 20, 25 years. Just new name and new logo.
Right.
Same great care.
That's great. So, and good morning to all of you. Thanks for joining us, Jackie and Corey and Michael. So if y'all have any questions, be sure to post them in the comments and we'll get to them. So tell us about your role at Harmony Care.
So I'm admissions director, so if you are seeking any information on admitting long-term care or short-term, need any information when you're processing through insurance, have any questions when it comes to anything about a nursing home, even if you don't end up selecting my facility, I love to be a resource for the community. I can connect you with home health, hospice, whatever your needs may be. My personal cell phone number is 830-200-6561. I say I'm on call all the time because healthcare needs never stop. So I'm happy to help you with any questions that you have on your loved ones, whatever level of care they may need.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's what I get from you, is very informative, very caring, because like I'm sitting here and I'm not in need of this service right now, but it's taking me back to there was a time we did, and and how much and what your role is and being so vital to helping people.
Absolutely. It's a very overwhelming time for a family. You have someone that's sick, you don't know exactly what's going on. I've personally been through it with my grandfather. He admitted to our facility, so just having a resource to guide you through. There's so many different levels of care, and making sure that you find the right one for your loved one is really important.
Yeah. And you said, we were talking earlier too, but like being that you're here in Floresville, your residents will come from pretty much all over the County and even extended.
Yeah, we
outside of
even
that.
trickle some from Atascosa County, you know, up Elmendorf.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight the traffic to go to San Antonio to get the same level of care that you
Yeah.
can get there. You can stay here, be able to visit your loved one more often. We set up care plans with admissions to make sure that family members give us their expectations and we're all on the same page
Yeah.
when it comes to the care.
That's nice. That's real nice. Good morning, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. So, let's see. We already talked about a little bit about what Harmony Care is in Floresville, where you're located, which is by the Pecan Park.
The old hospital, too.
And all of that, yeah. And so let's delve into this a little bit, the levels of care and all of that. What would you tell folks?
Okay, so there's a few different things. So we have skilled nursing care, which is 24-hour nursing care for all of our residents. If you're looking at a short-term stay, it could be for a few different things. We can do IV antibiotics, so those don't have to be managed at home. We do wound care, so if you have an amputation or you have an infection and you need what's called a wound vac, we provide those things so you don't have to do them at home because that can be scary to handle those at home. And then we have our therapy disciplines. We do OT, which is occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech. So you can kind of think of it in three ways. So your physical therapy is from your waist down. Your occupational therapy is from your waist to your head. And then speech is working, say you have a stroke. And so they'll work with you to develop your
all three.
Yep, to get your speech back. If you're having swallowing issues, speech assists with that as well. So that's crucial in a stroke patient that wants to get back to a better level of function.
Right, right. Would that mean, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Those different types of therapy, would those have to be different individuals, or are they usually trained in all of them? Or how
No,
does that
so
work?
there's certain therapists for each discipline.
Each one.
So if you are needing that, so typically you get evaluated at the hospital and they'll start the therapy there and then we'll pick up where they're leaving off. And then our therapist evaluates and decides, you know, which of the disciplines that you need. And we go from there, again, keeping the family involved in those conversations for expectations.
Right, right. Okay. Well, let's talk about your programs, techniques, and transformations that you see take place at Harmony Care.
Sure. I mean, you know, again, it's different. So going back to so you have this skilled care and then you also have long-term care. So if you're looking, you know, a situation where you just can't live at home anymore, you know, maybe you're the last person really in your family and there's no one to help you. So we provide long-term care as well. So that's just quality of life, you know, making sure that you get your food, making sure that you get great meals. We have a wonderful chef. So all the food is really great. You can eat in your room, you can eat in the dining room. So really making it a personalized experience home for every single resident. And then we also have our secure unit, which is for memory care patients, so Alzheimer and dementia. It's a small unit, has 15 beds, so it keeps that stimulation to a minimum. They still participate in activities. The outside of their rooms are painted like houses, so that kind of gives them comfort in that area. So we have specialized care, excellent staff that know how to handle that type of patient.
Nice. And how does families can pretty much come and go as
Absolutely. We
needed,
have
right?
visiting hours are, you know, open. They can come anytime they want. We know that your work schedule is your work schedule, and so it's very flexible. They can come see. We have a doorbell. You just ring. You can come anytime you'd like to see your family member. It's their home, and it's your home away from home.
Right, right. Good morning, Vicki. Thank you for joining us. Okay, and that's what I was thinking about there. How does one become a member of your Harmony Care family? That's something that
Yes, so we're always hiring. We're always looking for people that are compassionate, want to join we call ourselves the Harmony family because we really are. We support each other all the way from my administrator to the director of housekeeping, volunteers, activities director. So we're always hiring for nursing. You can just come by the building, fill out an application. Again, my phone number is 830-200-6561. I can connect you with HR. The number to the building is 830-393-3699. 2561. So any of those avenues, if you're looking for a place to call home, to come work and help and dedicate to our residents, we would love to get your application.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And the website is harmonycaregroup.com.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that will also give you access to explore our other buildings as well.
Okay.
So some of our Houston buildings, I know that's very far, but they accept a higher level of care. So if you have a vent family member or those higher level cares, we can get them stabilized there and then move them back to Floresville. Again, it's far, but we're here to support however we can with those other capabilities as well. So you can explore all 6 of our buildings.
What are some of the most common questions or maybe things that families don't realize they need to consider, or things that come up in your conversations?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that you're stuck there. That you're not allowed to leave. But there's certain things, different insurances have different restrictions on that, but there's always a therapeutic pass that you can get to go, say it's your granddaughter's birthday and you're in a shape where you're progressing with therapy and you want to leave to go have lunch with the family, you can. It's not a prison, you're not stuck there. So I think that's a common misconception, that you're not allowed to leave, which is totally not true. You know, we work to make sure that we're keeping families connected.
Right.
So that's a misconception. I think there's a lot of confusion around insurances.
I would think.
Yeah. So I'm happy to help anybody that has any questions when it comes to managed care plans, when it comes to traditional Medicare, if you have a secondary, what that looks like. When it comes to long-term care, there's really only a couple options, and that's private pay or Medicaid pending, which can also be a very complicated situation. We have an excellent business office manager that can help walk you through that process. If that is the case that you're looking for long-term care, we help with the application, we help run the financials. So those are probably two of the biggest things that people get overwhelmed with. And then again, we care plan with the families. So expectations are set. You're going to kind of know how long they're going to be there. So we try to make sure that you're in the loop as much as possible. Everybody's on the same page, because it's one of the most overwhelming experiences you'll probably ever have.
Yeah, I would agree. Yes. Well, we kind of covered our questions here. Anything else to maybe go back over or extend? Any thoughts too?
Like I said, I've given my cell phone number out. I know too, when a lot of people are starting to plan what they're going to do with their parents or their grandparents, they don't know the difference between a personal care home, assisted living, a skilled nursing facility. There's even something that's called an LTAC, which is a long-term acute hospital. So there's lots of different levels of care. There's inpatient rehab, where if you're at a certain functioning level, you get more rehab than you would in a skilled facility. So there's some of those in San Antonio. So if you're just super overwhelmed and don't know what you're looking at, they haven't been in the hospital, but you can tell that, things are starting to decline and you're going to need some extra help, please call me. I'm happy to walk you through it. I have a heart for the elderly, super close with my grandparents, so I just love to be a resource for the community. I'm from Pleasanton, so small town too.
Nice.
So just want to be a resource as much as I can.
Right. Well, that is definitely the vibe that I get from you. So well done.
Thank you
for your service that you do this. You can tell that you're very passionate about it.
It's definitely where my heart is.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so just reminding all of you that our conversation was about Harmony Care at Floresville. And in Harmony Care, you changed the name in October. It used to be the Floresville Residence and Rehab.
Yes.
So we'll all know the location of that, which is near Pecan Park. And Megan, you would be the reach out.
Yes. And two, I always say that, when you're exploring, drop by and have a tour, ask for Beth or Crystal. They'd be happy to show you around, get a good feeling for the building, see the activities, and really the happiness of everyone, from the residents to the staff.
Yeah. And you probably do you ever have, I know most places like this do, talk about a little bit the different activities sometimes that
Sure.
are coordinated?
Yeah, so
That happens a
bingo
lot.
is always a super popular one. They
Yeah.
do lots of crafts. There's a little garden outside for gardening. They also do
Yeah.
outings. We have a little van, so they'll go to lunch.
Yeah.
Like they love to go to Jack's, so they'll go have lunch. They went down to one of the stock shows and got to see the kids and the
Good.
animals.
Oh,
And
great idea.
yeah, sometimes they'll just drive around and look at the wildflowers.
Right.
So keeping that positive attitude, trying to make sure that they get out and stay involved. We have a lot of that we partner with some hospice companies that will do entertainment
Oh,
sometimes.
that's neat.
We for Mardi Gras they did a wheelchair parade. So
yeah.
and if you want to check out our Harmony Care Facebook, we post a lot of activities there. And then too, if you're interested in volunteering or and helping out with any of that
That's what I
stuff,
was thinking.
that's a good place to kind of get to see everything that we do. Beth, our administrator, does a wonderful job keeping the
Yeah.
community involved. We work with the chamber.
Good.
We're, very close ties with Conley. So
Right.
our Facebook is a very good place
Right.
to take a look and see how active and what our residents really enjoy doing.
Well, if I did it right, it is tagged in the description of this
Okay,
video, so I'll have to
perfect.
make sure I go back and do that. Vicky says they truly care about their residents. Thank you for sharing that, Vicky.
Thank you.
And Candace says good morning. So lots
morning.
of good mornings today and some great feedback from those watching. We appreciate you doing that. So yeah, this has been really wonderful to kind of, sit down and revisit what the services are that are still, here that serve such a strong role in our community. And some of us have, we have encountered having to need that over the years, and it will be there for years to come. So we
Absolutely.
really appreciate you.
Yeah,
It's
thank you so
nice
much
to
for
meet
having
you.
me. And again, please reach out, even if you aren't ready for skilled nursing. I love to be a resource. I love to help people. Just the more you know, the better decisions you can make, being informed on what's best for your loved one. And that's what's important to me,
Yeah.
and that's what's important to our Harmony family.
Very nice. Well, hope you got something out of this too. Please share this video. To wrap things up, I'd like to thank our WCN Live sponsor. We're sponsored by White Lightning Liquor today. They're located on Centerpoint, at Centerpoint on FM 775 on your way to Lavernia. You can check them out for all your adult beverage wants and needs. Really great location, and usually can find what you gift ideas there too. Pretty cool. Thank you so much, Jerry, for your sponsorship. And thank all of you for joining. Again, thank you for your time coming in today. I really appreciate you setting the time aside.
Thank you for having me.
And be sure to reach out to her. Great resource. Hope you got something out of this today. Reminding you all that we'll be back again next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for our next conversation. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.